No? Yes, maybe. All right. Uh, I think I'm good now. Um, yeah, just doing this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello? Anybody? Thumbs up or I know you guys here on Instagram can hear me because I'm using my phone. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this working here on this Streamlabs so everybody else, even Facebook, can see me. So right, yeah, it looks like we have audio here on Streamlabs. So yeah, just doing this live just to kind of it's the release day of Ephemeris. If you haven't heard it, just make sure you click the link in all my social platforms. It'll take you to my link tree, and from there you can choose whatever platform you decide to use to stream the song or stream any of my songs. I don't know. This song was kind of put together pretty quick. I don't know. It's pretty heavy when you compare it to any other of my songs I have out. And it's in then the essence. You can clearly see my influences of metal and things like Dream Theater and although the guitar doesn't sound nothing like Dream Theater, but you can tell the tapping and the progression and some of the musical influences that are behind most of the music I write. It's it's based on my musical taste, of course, but most 9 times out of 10, uh, Yeah, it will be progressive or metal of nature. Uh, this song has quite a few parts that are pretty fast. And I guess um, that's kind of I wouldn't say it's a new for me because for my other song, First Visitors, that I pushed out, I think was maybe like last July. It's kind of along the same lines of fast. I want to say fast, but heavy, chuggy metal. But this one has pretty intense double pedals and pretty intense, progressions that are kind of new to me in the sense of, kind of like the music I normally plan to create. For for this song specifically, as you all know, I basically play everything that you hear with the exception of the drums because they're programmed. But for them to be programmed like that, I have to program them via controller. So basically, I'm playing the drums, but just in a piano role. Bass, guitars, everything is me. From the production, from the recording, from the EQ and everything. I try to do everything by ear to the best of my ability. I am not a trained professional or I'm just a ordinary guy that happens to have a good ear and a little understanding of how music works. And say a little because I really don't have a lot of music theory behind me, other than knowing some names of the major chords. As you can tell on most of my songs, is not meant for whoever listens to them to be like unplayable or like them. This guy is always shredding. My intent behind the music I create is to make enjoyable melodic rock or metal that's easy to play and easy to follow along, and anybody can play it. You pick up a guitar and it should be it's not what I'm trying to say is not complicated. I'm not throwing in arpeggios. I'm not coming out of left field with some Mixolydian I don't know, some scale. It's just just regular guitar. And I'll say probably most of my songs are probably more complicated in on bass than guitar. Because, bass was my first instrument. As you all know, I started playing bass when I was about, 12 years old. Never took lessons for anything. My bass technique and approach was just basically me playing a old Squire that a friend let me borrow, and then later on I got an Ibanez GSR 205, which I think still at my grandma's house in Puerto Rico, probably all rusty and nasty, but and then from there on, I kind of put music to the side because I went to college, then I went to the military, and then got out of the military, and now I have a little time. Well, I really don't have time because I'm also a full-time student, but anyhow, so all my people in the chat here are a little vivid. I picked up the bass and basically I learned to play bass. Well, what I think I know how to play bass by just listening and locking myself in my room and just replaying songs many, many times and just imitating what I hear. And I guess that has taken me to here, and has been my main approach ever since. I just, my guitar approach. I always play bass. I always, I never actually took the time before, to have a guitar and learn before I transcribed them to guitar, or unless there is some like cool melody that I think about and Then I try to find the bass part that goes with it. Um, but yeah, that's my approach to like all the music I create is meant to, be easy in the ears. Although this one's a little fast, and it's meant to be playable, and it's meant to be, anybody can pick up a guitar and imitate what I do and record themselves and post a cover and done. Uh, do I intend to kind of improve my technique as I go on? Yes, I'm currently taking lessons, and but again, the lessons that I'm taking are a little hybrid because although we go over theory and basic. My next possible song to my guitar teacher, which is Leo Dian Stuber. He is based out of Canada. So if you guys got a chance, he plays in this cool band called Divine Realm. Awesome guitar player, awesome teacher, awesome person. So if you guys looking, but yeah, although I'm trying to learn my guitar and improve my guitar techniques, I'll say 9 times out of 10, I guess I'm on a point that if I try to relearn what I think I know or what I, try to learn the proper method, the correct method, I'll probably get discouraged. Although it's the correct thing to do, but I guess I wouldn't say because that's, say if you want me to send you a video. And this goes for all the guys and all the people that have been asking me for tabs and music sheets and all the other good musical stuff. Those things don't exist unless I hire somebody that tabs the songs for me, which more than likely probably not gonna happen. Yeah, all those songs are engraved in my head and everything. Will I anticipate in the future maybe tabbing something? Maybe if my anybody can play the song. It's to discourage anybody or make people throw their guitar out the window or I don't know. When I say throw the guitar out the window, and because I had that happen to me before, I listen to a cool song, I pick up the guitar, I watch like the playthrough video, and then I realize, it's pretty complicated. And I think it's better if I just listen to it rather than try to play it. With the exception of my own songs that I upload the guitar. If I try to cover anybody, 9 times out of 10 probably be on behind the bass. It won't be, behind the guitar, although I feel confident and whatever. But yeah, I am yet to play a live show. I played a live show last year before all this COVID stuff happened. I played a live show here in Okinawa, and for that show I play bass. So I played during that show, pretty bass intense, a lot of bass tapping, bass, synchronized parts with the guitar. But yeah, as soon as this COVID things clears out and we're back to normal, I guess I'll try to get myself out there a little bit more. It's kind of hard to play or do anything nowadays because all this, there's a lot of restrictions, especially my work has their own restrictions too, so it's a little hard for me. But once everything clears out, I hope to get out there on the road. And when I mean the road, I mean like local bars here in Okinawa. If I make a tour or somebody invites me somewhere, that'd be great. But again, it'd be just me showing up with a guitar and a computer, unless I get a band going, which I don't know. It'd be hard for me to explain my songs to somebody. But yeah. Anyhow, yeah, let's go back to the song that was just released today. Hope whoever's watching this heard the song already and liked it. And if you liked it, please share it with everybody and share it on your socials, share it anywhere. If you like it, just play it, going to work, just enjoy it. I think it's playing in the background here. I don't know if guys can hear it. Can you guys hear the background? If you can, just let me know, and then I'll just put the volume a little louder. But yeah, do I have any more music coming up? Absolutely. I have currently working with Concrete Studios and John DeLessi. He's producing my next song, which more than likely be released in February. And then yeah, that the song that's currently being in production is not as heavy as this one. I'll tell you that, and it's a little bit more melodic in the side of. There's some punk parts. There's a lot of as you can see, some of my songs have a lot of punky, MXP X No Effects kind of feel sometimes. But that's just because that's where I grew up listening to, and that's just me. And I am also working on another piece that I'm trying to keep it as mellow and slow as possible. But it's already, for some reason, it's already turning dark. So I'll try to bring it back to the light and leave it at the mellow side. So yeah, I'm just hanging out here and see whoever joins in. If you have any questions for me, or if you want to know curious fact or ask me a question, the floor is open. And I talk for 20 minutes now, so that's almost 20 minutes. So it's pretty long for me. Yeah, it's 10:20 p.m. here in Japan. So for those who are waking up in the East Coast, good morning. For those who are here in Japan, then yeah, it's late. Not late, but yeah, it's bedtime for some people. But yeah, if anybody wants to ask anything, please keep it professional and sorry. And yeah, and I'll answer it. Yeah, people are very livid here on these comments here. Sorry if I chuckle or if I laugh, but sometimes they send me these messages that I have to laugh immediately. Somebody asking here on Instagram, have I ever taken music theory lessons? That's a no. I've never taken music theory. I never taken a music lesson other than the ones I'm taking now before. So, and I played in bands before. So whenever I showed up for a band, then they'll tell me their songs, and I just tell the guitar player to play, and I'll just follow the song on bass to keep my bass in standard and so play it in standard tuning. I did. You can want to search for it. I think that song is played in drop. Yeah, I played that song in standard tuning, and when I asked the bass player of I Build the Sky if I played it correctly, he said that it sounds right, but actual lesson or anything. Kind of awkward looking at the screen and not seeing anything. So if you want to say something, ask me something, do it now. If you have listened to the song, thank you very much. If you like it, like I said before, just make sure you share it with everybody and click that follow button in Spotify or whatever music platform you use. And yeah. All right. question here: am I sponsored? No, I am not sponsored by anybody or anything. So everything you see behind me has been purchased with with hard work and dedication to my profession. And yeah, little by little, I built this little home studio, which is an extra room in my house. But yeah, everything that you see that I use and all the gear that I get is basically purchased by me. And yeah, maybe one day I can, I get in somebody's ear and I get at least I'm not asking for a signature guitar or anything. Maybe some picks or something. I don't know. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get sponsored. But right now, no, I'm not sponsored by anybody. All right, anybody got any more questions? Or for the tapping part on your new song, what was the inspiration behind that? All right, for that part specifically, that part came to me out of nowhere because I was trying to find the way I compose songs is I just put parts together and I find points that they're interconnect, and from that interconnection I move to the next connection to the next connection, and there you have a song. I say probably for that part, you can tell the heavy influence of probably John Mayung from Dream Theater, although it doesn't sound nothing like John Mayung playing it, but the intent of what I was trying to do with the bass and the guitar, it's there, which is basically one of my favorite Dream Theater song, which is The Glass Prison. If you haven't heard The Glass Prison, please do so. And that's basically for that first tapping part, and the second tapping part is just a modification, well actually just to say an addition of a note, and then the progression is differently played. But yeah, it like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's just a combination of years of listening and trying to find my own way of interpreting and playing things. But yeah, that's where that part came from. That part came from probably heavy Dream Theater sounding, like just like the intro too. Normally, if you listen to my other songs, the intros are kind of like very not as explosive as this one. But yeah, this one is pretty explosive, and it goes straight to a heavy tempo. How to say heavy double bass, double drum part, and then it goes to the chugging genty session. But yeah, yeah, that's where that part came from. Right. Anybody else got any questions or want to know any fun facts about me or? I'm sure there's a lot of people here in the chats trying to ask me stuff that I can't answer. And for that I appreciate for you guys keeping it, keeping it real and not going out of hand. But yeah, running almost in 27 minutes. I don't want to. There's no more questions, and I guess I'm just gonna turn this off and go about my night. Probably play some video games and go to sleep. But yeah, again, I really appreciate everybody that came out today, and all that's listening, all those that will listen to this. Thank you for following me on all my social platforms, and for I really appreciate it. For those that haven't heard the new song, it's available in all streaming platforms. Just search for King Madero, or just click the link on my Spotify or Facebook page. It'll take you to the link tree, which has all my major streaming platforms listed just for you, so you can just have that easy access and go listen and go spread the message if you can. Appreciate that. And that's pretty much it. Unless anybody else got some last minute questions, or anybody here on Instagram wants to say something, I am going to turn this off, and we'll check in with you guys later sometime. Maybe I'll check in. But as always, if you want to write to me, please feel free to do so on all my social media platforms. I am very responsive. I am not, I'm just a normal human being like everybody else. So if you have any questions, or want to tell me something, or you want to go live with me or whatever, or if, I'm just going to throw that out there. If you want to maybe sponsor me or something, that would be a great too. My inbox always open. And that's pretty much it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the new single, and I will catch you guys in the other side. Alright, see you guys later.